Hello, I am Endlessness and welcome back to Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis, and in this video I wanted to go through all the content that we'll be getting this week and in the near future. But this week we are getting the summer event, and there are some changes because apparently for this event battle stages will have a battle effect that increases physical attack by 70%. And this is surprising, but also huge for us, the players, because 70% attack increase it's a lot. However, we have also seen a teaser trailer on Twitter, and it looks like Bahamut and Leviathan will be the event boss, and it's very possible that's what the new escalation will be as well. But we should get Leviathan and Bahamut as new summon too, either now or somewhere in July. But we could also see Aerith and Tifa in their new beach outfits. And it's not just any costumes, because those are rebirth outfits. Which is great to see, but now it also raises the question. If we can get rebirth outfits in normal event, then what's the point of making rebirth crossover, I think, if it just proves that we don't actually need it. But while we didn't see any new weapon animation since they featured Aerith wallpaper, I think we are getting Aerith banner this week and maybe Tifa next week. Could be double character banner, but last time we had Aerith and Tifa banner it was New Year and it was a limit break banner. And I'm really hoping we might get a little break from all those limited banners that we have been enduring for months. Especially because in a month we are getting that Dragon Quest crossover, and then right after is the 2nd year anniversary, and this will be brutal. But with Tifa and Aerith, we also know we are getting Angeal and Zack summer outfits, so I guess it could be 4 summer banners. Maybe double character banner somewhere there, but now he should be getting his ultimate weapon with a banner. Also very possible it could be his limit break banner. And then there's also Cloud. But it turns out it's very possible, or likely, that Cloud banner will be part of that Dragon Quest crossover. Not guaranteed, but very possible. And also, next Wednesday we are getting battle ranking event, and we are getting Ramuh and Galen Balor as 2 bosses. And to be honest, I'm not sure which one might be physical and magic. Could be either or both, because we usually get one physical and the other magic boss, but last battle ranking had 2 magic bosses, so honestly I have no idea what they could do here. Also, later today we are getting new additions to tickets, draws and exchange. First, Glenn's Glaive with HP gain, and then Angeal's Mithril Slasher are the only new additions from featured banners. But the more interesting part is we are getting Anniversary Bahamut weapons, New Year's Daffodil and Crimson, as well as Sid's Limit Break Enfeeble weapon added to the Limit Break draw. And I think it's great because it expands the weapon pool with more Limit Break weapons, and those Limit Break weapons are actually very good or great to either use for the command ability or just to boost your attack stats. So even if you skipped those banners, now you'll get a chance to at least get the weapon, with some luck of course. But I'm personally really hoping to unlock Sid's Enfeeble weapon because it's really good, especially in guild battles or rankings. And lastly, we're getting game update with version 2.10, and the most important thing is the improvement to the sigil face. Well, we'll see if we can call it an improvement, but essentially it's an update and expansion of the sigil face. And they already talked about it in that last live stream, but to quickly explain, some mech bosses have very long sigil faces, and that's where those new damage sigils will be added. So, for example, Airbuster has, I don't know, circle sigil, but now underneath you might see X sigil. And because the sigil face is so long, that instead of breaking circle sigils to get through it as quickly as possible, now you want to break those X damage sigils, because the more you manage to break, the higher the damage multiplier you get when you stagger the boss. and even 50% damage increase while the boss is staggered, it might be actually huge. But that's also, especially where that elemental sigil material might be very useful, because we might be increasing stagger multiplier while still dealing some decent damage to the boss. And it also makes more sense now that we have, for example, ice materia with a circle and triangle sigil so far. But also, battle effects will be added to event quests, is for the summer events where we get that 70% physical attack increase, and I'm assuming that we might see it more often in some future events as well. But then this modification of cinematic sequence for all elemental buffs and debuffs, and here I am a bit confused, but I'm guessing they might change the animations of those elemental buffs and debuffs. I'm not sure yet, but unless it's those event weapons, all banner weapons have very unique animations, so I'm not sure. We'll see soon enough what they have changed. But the last change is event quest display modification, and it's just some event menu screens with solo and co-op battle quests, and they might be visually expanded, but it's just a visual change, nothing more. And also, last but not least, a small guild recruitment ad. In Raccoons, and we are together with F2P, BTW and 7 Heaven. And with both our guilds we have been consistently ranking top 5, and Heaven is within top 15. And we are just very motivated and competitive in guild battles, and we work together seamlessly and help each other. And we are pretty close together, so our server is very active and engaging, and there's also a lot of Raccoon gifts as well. So if you're looking for a more competitive environment, or have a group of players looking for a more competitive environment, feel free to reach out to Atlas on Discord. He is our captain, and he is in, I think, in all Ever Crisis Discords that they are out there. But yeah, that would be all then. Guild battle is ending, or well, it will have ended when this video goes up, but it's still a few hours left now as I'm recording, but I'm just exhausted as it's always the most time consuming few days, and now I just need some sleep and very short recovery before we get new content. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you next one.